Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So it's your girl Briana Iyana. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Briana Iyana. I hope you subscribe and hit the post notification bell so you can get notified when I post new videos. If you're not new here, thank you for coming back, and like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. So guys, today I'll be doing a story time about the time I let this nigga take advantage of me. He took me for a complete fool. I tell you, a complete fool. I was in Jamaican terminology, a man clone, a menke, a yamabella, all of the above. That was me. A, B, C, D, all of the above. Like literally I was all of the above. So I just made some notations in my notes so I can like follow the story and like make sure I give you all the tea. So let's get into the video. So I would say this started in either 2016 or 2017, because I remember I moved to America in 2017, so I don't remember if I met him that same year or I met him the year before. But my friend set me up. I won't call her name, but she know herself. My friend like set me up with this guy, and she was like, oh, he's cute, he has money. Bear that in mind, he has money. Even though I didn't really care for that, but you know, I was like, okay, let me see him. So she gave, I don't remember if she gave him my number or she gave me his number, but we started texting. He was cute or whatever, and you know, we were getting to know each other, but I don't know, for some reason I just wasn't giving him the time of day. And then when I was like, oh, let me go like when time had passed and I was like, oh, there's this guy, I forgot about him, I messaged him. He was already in a relationship. So let's bear that in mind throughout this story. He was in a relationship. So I was always in a relationship, and I was living in America at that time. I was always in a relationship, he was always in a relationship. So it's like we were always in a relationship, plus I was like living in America and he was living in Jamaica. So we were getting to know each other. We always flirted here and there. Like, you know, when I was single I used to flirt, but during this entire period he was always in a relationship. So this was what, I think it was 2017. So it was like 2 years of him being in a relationship. So I went to Jamaica in April of 2018. Yeah, I went to Jamaica. No, I'm lying. I went to Jamaica April of 2019 for my best friend's birthday, and it ended. I went for 5 days. It ended up that we spent the entire time together with, like, I think I was there for 5 days and we spent 4 days, like me, him, my friends, his friends, the entire time together. Let me tell you, there were sparks all over. Like, I was like, by the time I left Jamaica, I was in love. I was like, I was smitten. I was just like, oh, I was in love. So we started talking, and but he was still in a relationship when I was in Jamaica. The day before I left Jamaica, he was single. I was like, okay. I was single, so I was like, okay, this is my chance, you know. I can, like, you know, push myself in there and be like, hey, let's do it. But it didn't happen like that. But I went back to America. I was kind of upset because I got used to seeing him every day, and I expected him to talk to me every day, even though that's not how we were before. But we were always talking, and I was like always arguing with him because he wouldn't find time to talk with me. But he came to America, and then I didn't see him for like 2 months or a month. I was like, literally, we were both in New York, and he never came to see me as soon as he got there, and I was mad. So we started hanging out. By that time, that was like a couple months that had passed. By that time, I think I was dating someone. We were in a relationship. We would just go on dates here and there, and I didn't tell him like the full detail of me and that person's relationship. And then when I like told him, he got mad, and I'm like, how are you gonna be mad when you were in a whole relationship? You expect me to come here to wait on you and you weren't talking to me. So that happened. We spent, like, that summer was, even though like we're not on good terms right now, that summer was lit. Like, that was the best summer ever. I was lit. I was living the time of my life. Me and my friends, I was going out a lot. I was like being more outgoing. It was just lit. We were just having the time of our life. So he was in Long Island, I was in Brooklyn. So I was always like come over, like we were just always hanging out, like legit. I would find every time in the day to hang out with him because I just loved being around him. So it's like I became a little suspicious. It's like because he would never post me on his social media, or like he would like deliberate not necessarily post me because we weren't dating or we weren't in a relationship, we just had a fling. But it's like he would like think about it, and like let's say I'm making a snap, he would deliberately not make it seem like I'm around, and I was just like, that's fishy. And I followed his ex on Instagram like while they were dating because we were friends, and I unfollowed her because, you know, he and I were like having a fling. So I was like, that's kind of messy. So I was like, let me not do that. So one day my mind just told me, go in his phone. You know, when you have your little girl instincts, I was just like, it was just like twitching. I was like, oh, I need to go in his phone, there's something in his phone. So I went in his phone and there are messages. I think I still have the messages. If I do find them, I'll put them on the screen. But there are messages in his phone. He was texting this girl. Let's call her Gloria. So he was texting Gloria, and oh, he's Kevin. So he's Kevin and she's Gloria. So he was texting Gloria. Apparently Gloria lives in Jamaica, but Gloria was in New York as well. And he was like, oh, we've become distant, we should link up, like I miss you, we should like talk more. And I was just like, oh, I saw, and then I scrolled up further, I saw a picture of them like in bed, like not necessarily in bed, but she was laying down and he was like hugging her, and she took the picture. And I was just like, I didn't know he was talking to somebody else. I felt some type of way because when I told you I had a fling with somebody else, you got mad at me. And now all of a sudden it's like, oh, you have your fling, but it's okay for you to have your fling, and I must just seem like the bad guy when I was doing my own thing while you're doing your own thing. So I confronted him about it, and I'm just like, what's this, like what's going on? If you have somebody else, just tell me, like don't have me out here looking like an idiot, because I was posting him on my social media. I'm pretty sure everybody thought that was my man. He was never my man. And I was just like, don't make me look like an idiot, because people know people and people know people. Like, I don't want to look like a fool. So he was like, oh, there's nothing, we're just friends, she has a man. I was just like, I should have known he was bullshitting me from the get-go when he was like, oh, she has a man. Why the fuck she take a picture with you like that if she have a man? And I'm gonna post a picture, I'm gonna blur out their faces. But I was just like, nah, I didn't say anything. And then again, he said he would stop talking to her if that made me happy, and I was like, that's not what I'm asking you to do. I just wanted you to be honest with me from the get-go. So then he said he will stop talking to her. I didn't ask him to do that, and he stopped. So I went in his phone again because it's like the senses started tingling again, because I'm just like, let me see what he's up to. You know, he texted this girl and was like, oh, we should link up one day. So how it went from, oh, we should you're gonna stop talking to her, to all of a sudden, oh, we should link up one day. Like, you don't respect me and you don't respect what we have, regardless if we're in a relationship or not. You made me feel like poop when you were in Jamaica and I was doing my own thing, and no, you were doing your own thing while you were in Jamaica and I was here, and you made me feel like shit about it. So I got mad at him, and I was like, have you spoken to her? He's like, no. And I'm like, are you sure you're not lying? He's like, no, I'm not lying. I'm like, you are lying, because you have spoken to her. And I sent him the screenshot of when I went in his phone, and he was like, oh, I'm sorry, you can't mean I lie. I was just saying that to protect you. Her and I don't have anything. And I'm just like, yeah, whatever. So it's like, I was doing no, like, he could call on me for anything. Like, he was in Miami, he got stuck in Miami. I bought him a plane ticket to come back home because something happened, and his whatever happened, and I had to get him a ticket to come back home, and I did that. I was just that girl for him. He could have been like, hey, I need something, and I'll get it for him, because I would have do anything for him, because at that time he meant the world to me. I would have do anything for him. And it's like, this nigga just used and abused me, and like, it was just horrible. So he came back, and I was still having issues with him. His ex started shading me on her Snapchat. It was just a whole bunch of drama. I was just depressed. I was just like a sad little bitch. So it's like I was just like, I'm over this. So he ended up going back to Jamaica. A bunch of other stuff happened, but I don't feel like sharing that on social media. But he ended up going back to Jamaica, and we like drifted apart and yada yada yada. So I'm now in a relationship, and he like called me out of the blue the other day and was like, oh, you should come to Long Island, you should come to New York, come see me. And I'm like, no, I got a man, I'm good. And that was that. Then he was like, then he texted me something explicit, was like, oh, send me something. And I was just like, I would appreciate if you respect my relationship, because I respect your relationship. Oh, let me stop right here because I forgot to say something. You remember Gloria that he said they were just friends? He and Gloria is in a full-blown relationship right now. So the same girl that you told me not to worry about is the same girl you are with. So make it make sense. So I was right. My spidey senses were right, because you are a liar and you lied to me. You and the girl had something and you lied to me. So I was like, I respect your relationship, respect my relationship. So we got in an argument, and petty boots me, I decided, oh, I'm gonna follow her and I'm gonna send her a screenshot of our messages. Don't worry, she didn't accept it. Thank God she didn't, because I feel like I would have regret doing that. But I didn't end up sending the messages. But he was like, oh, why are you following my girlfriend? And I'm like, my youth wants you settle down, because you're like, I made you feel like all that's in a bag of chips and you're not. And I hope you watch this, because I know you subscribe to me. I made you feel like you're all that's in a bag of chips and you're not. Like, come on, you took advantage of me, you used me, you abused me, and now you're with somebody that can't do nothing for you. Because you know what, let me leave it there. But it's like, this guy was just like, he was emotionally manipulative. He allowed me to feel like we were going somewhere, we were going to be in a relationship, we were going to like make steps to like progress, when he had his sights on somebody else. You could have just keep it a buck with me, honestly, and just be like, oh, I like somebody else back in Jamaica and this is just not gonna work out. We did both have like an understanding that, oh, this wasn't gonna work out because it's long distance. But at the same time, you could have keep it up, you could have keep it a buck with me. You could have been like, oh, I have somebody back there, just like, oh, when I had somebody here, you made it seem like it was the end of the world, and you cussed me and you called me out of my name, and it's just like, yeah. But yeah, guys, the boy said me for idiot. Me was an idiot, me was a fool. Me, Queen Yamabella, yeah, me put the yam in a Yamabella because me is a man clone. But them days done, I'm not do it no more. No man can set me for no more idiots, because I'm that bitch, period. Somebody needs to take my phone. But yeah, guys, that's the story of the boy taking me for an idiot. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm probably gonna get in some trouble for posting this, but it's my life and you just living it, period. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video of me being a complete fool and just, you know, I'm not ashamed. My shame tree cut down. I just showing you I'm an idiot and a man clown. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and remember to always like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. But thank you guys for watching, and you have a good day, guys.